Dark Mephisto could unfortunately not hop into the voice chat, so I'll ask the question for him. Do you think that Blizzard will or could do a few alternative stories in the Warcraft setting, like Warcraft 40k, so essentially World of Starcraft or another game like that, I suppose, or alternative Warcraft story where the Wrath of Lich King goes different, and I think that touches on your ideas for what they would do for Classic Plus.
Yeah. I mean, it's not only that it's possible, I think it's highly likely. World of Warcraft as a game really focuses on Azeroth and the events of Azeroth. But don't forget that the Great Beyond is so large that the Titans themselves claim that it would be impossible for them to go to everywhere in the Great Beyond. And according to Steve Denuser, if you look at the cosmological map, you can actually zoom out from that. There's things even outside of that. So the idea that there is more story, more world, more, shall we say, alternative stories within World of Warcraft or the universe of World of Warcraft, I feel like Blizzard would be fucking up tremendous, like, just a tremendous fuck up if Blizzard didn't explore that. You know, the amount of gods that they could create within the World of Warcraft universe, because in the Shadowlands, we've met some of the races that came from different worlds, and they all seem to have different gods and different things that happen there. Blizzard could absolutely start exploring that, and we could get these... Like, this is one of the reasons I said if you remove the factions and suddenly we become the army of Azeroth, well, what if we then started an intergalactic war with champions of other planets? You know, much like the 40k universe, where, you know, eventually you do meet alien races that want to conquer Azeroth, and because we are the chosen champions of Azeroth, it is our job to stop it. Because from a scope perspective, or a potential scope perspective, is there really a limit to the size that World of Warcraft can be?
I mean, to be fair, you've seen one of the faction breakdowns for 40k, and I think we already kind of have that to an extent. I mean, the Zerg already exist with Tyranids. You have the Army of the Light, which are essentially Space Marines. You have the Fel, which are Chaos. And, I mean, I would love to see Sargeras taking down Khorne. That would be a great fight for me to see.
Yeah. I still have to watch the video about Khorne. They're probably going to do that tomorrow or the day after. Because right now I'm obsessed with with Warhammer, but 40k is my first love, although the Chaos Gods are the same in 40k and Fantasy, I believe. Does it really matter which Chaos God version you see?
Yeah, kind of. They are slightly different with different origins. The 40k version of Slaanesh is a little bit more DC dark, whereas the Fantasy is a little bit more Marvel's version of dark. But they're both good, and they're not entirely different or separated. They did actually try to link them at one point, but that fell through when they rebooted the entire Fantasy kind of universe. Anyway, but that's an entirely separate question.
I mean, I just want to say to all WoW players that sort of get annoyed at Blizzard just willy-nilly retconning stuff, be glad that it's not Games Workshop that is running World of Warcraft. You would have cried out of your fucking asshole. The shit that I've been told so far by like Apocalypse and a lot of the 40 like the Warhammer nerds. That company retcons for fun. Like, just for fun. No need. We're just gonna fucking retcon this because we no longer like it. New story.
I mean, to put it into a WoW perspective, you get to the point in the cosmological battle where you're taking down gods. We already have done that. At that point, you've kind of got an escalation issue, which we saw with BFA, right? We went from aborting a baby Titan to going back to dying to boars on an unknown island, basically. But you have your two options. You either then escalate it and escalate and escalate until you go to massive multiversal cosmic spanning threads, or you just reboot the universe. And Games Workshop really don't care about rebooting the universe as and when they need to.
Yeah, just easy. Fuck it. We painted ourselves into a corner. New one. As simple as that. It would be the equivalent of End of Shadowlands. Danusa realizes, fuck, the only way we can deal with Sylvanas is to kill her. Well, we don't want to kill her, so never mind. It's over. WoW 2. Let's go. That's basically Games Workshop. But I think Blizzard have in every way. I think you're right. We already have the beginnings of a 40k universe, and the opportunities and the possibilities are endless when it comes to developing the stories of the Great Beyond. And I, for one, would love that. It would be absolutely fantastic to see Blizzard diving into not cosmological threats, but just other threats. Planets that want to invade us because they're imperialistic and they believe that the entire universe should bow to them, kind of thing. How cool would that be if the next expansion is literally another planet in the Great Beyond invading Azeroth, because that's what they do. They just invade planets and take them for themselves. And now we have this fight for our lives against a big bad that isn't a big bad. These are just normal mortals that decided, you know what, we will rule the Great Beyond because fuck you. That would be cool. I think a lot of people would be like, oh my god, what does their planet look like? Well, Legion, Taylor, Legion is a big bad. They're demons. They're not from our realm. They're from the Twisting Nether. The big bad, or the bad that I'm talking about here, is just beings from another planet. So the Draenei, right? The Draenei come from Draenor. Imagine if they weren't friends. Imagine if in TBC the Draenei showed up as an invading force of Azeroth. They've come to basically subjugate the entire Azeroth. Or the Orcs, if Blizzard actually stuck to that story. But of course that formed part of the origin story of World of Warcraft, is that the Orcs invaded but then sort of stayed, and now it's their home too. What if you didn't do that? So what if the end of that war, the Orcs come to Azeroth, but the end of that war isn't the Orcs stay and now just become a playable faction, but rather it just stays war. Everyone is at war with everyone else, which is kind of what it's supposed to be. It's called World of Warcraft for a reason. And if we're not going to be at war with each other, Alliance and Horde, why aren't we just at war with the entire fucking cosmos? We just fight each other because there must always be war. That would be fun.
Because friendship is magic and magic is heresy.
Exactly. But yeah, I could definitely see that work really well, actually.
It definitely would be interesting to see kind of the Imperium of Azeroth going through the Great Dark Beyond and the Twisting Nether into all these other forces and just, oh, actually, wait, no, that is what we're doing, isn't it? Yeah. We went into death, we stamped our claim on it, we went into the Fel, even Order, actually, the Emerald Dream exists too. Yeah, I can see where they got that from now.
But yeah, remember, this was the question. Invox and everyone going, oh, so WoW 40k? That was literally the question. Can World of Warcraft have a universe on the scale and size of 40k? So, yes. Answering the question is yes. WoW 40k is a possibility because, again, the universe is incredibly open-ended. The only lore we really have of our universe is as it pertains to Azeroth. For the Great Beyond, we know that there are planets that also serve Elune, but that's it. That's it. That's literally all we know. Outside of that, anything is possible. And I think I would like to see more of that. I would absolutely enjoy seeing more of that. Yeah.
It definitely would be good to see. And I think that answers Dark Mephisto's question. Up next, we have Ace Shinigami with a question again. And another reminder to everyone to slap that like button and join the Discord if you want to answer ask a question.
Please do. Thank you very much, Apocalypse. Really appreciate it.